Blah 3.
BL3. Borderlands. I'm still upset that it wasn't Borderlands. Put the 3 where the E is.
I was like, what are you talking about?
Borderlands.
It's dumb. Borderlands. That's hard to say. Here's something. Should we do an intro?
I don't care. Do it. I'm just gonna say it's episode 1.
The Phantom Menace. Welcome.
To Nerdly Kingdoms Arcade Mode, episode 1.
The Phantom Menace. That's what this episode's called. The Phantom
Borderlands
Menace.
3.
The Phantom Menace. The Calypso Menace.
Josh has a lot of info that he gathered
I didn't
from a
gather it.
website.
That listed this info.
To be fair, he was writing all of it down in our Discord while he was watching the not the live stream, but the post afterwards.
Yeah.
He was watching the gameplay. It was pretty sweet.
This is a few things
I
that
can't wait for this game.
they watch in Twitch streams of people afterwards, too, though.
Yeah. Oh, that's something I want to bring up, the Twitch stream things. So Gearbox has a plugin for Twitch
Yeah.
you can download on your browser, and it lets you get loot from watching people play the game.
It's lame.
I don't get it.
You don't get it?
I mean, I get it because it's just tied to your Shift account.
Yeah.
But like, I don't get it. It's so cool.
I
That's the
refuse
future.
to do it. No.
It's the future.
That is lame.
It's the future.
That's cheating.
I can get
I
shit
don't
out of your
need
chest.
stuff in the beginning.
Me neither.
I need a melee weapon.
What do you mean you don't need
I
shit in the
mean,
beginning?
a
The
roid
first
weapon.
weapon they give you, or at least the first weapon that they got in the gameplay, was a fucking Vladov pistol that was fully automatic and then had a micro missile secondary firing mode. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
Josh
Josh
was
just
still
said,
a
I
common-
don't need these extra things in the game, but the other day I was here. He's like, "Oh, the special weapon I got for the Game of the Year edition, I've just used for half the game because it's so good."
That was on a new character of a character that I already played.
Are you talking about those guns
Excuses.
you get from the first Borderlands?
Oh,
Game of
yeah,
the Year
I did
edition?
do that. Yeah,
Those
but I
fucking-
already played that
Those
too.
damn
Yeah, they're
explosive
ridiculous.
weapons are ridiculous. That little revolver it gives you,
Yeah.
it's just like, boom, your torso's gone. Boom, your torso's gone. Which
I thought
luckily
you were talking about when we started Borderlands 2 because I had Hyperion. No, Gearbox weapons.
Yeah, well, you have those in 1 too.
not that mattered because I was still. They were all level 12 and I was level 1. So
Really?
but I was Krieg, so I'd run in and melee stuff anyways and die.
When we were playing as she was Maya and I was Krieg,
Yeah.
I had a level 20 weapon all the way up. I think I still use it. It was like level 20, and we're like level 60 now, I think. And I still use
63?
it. I still use it because it had plus 150% melee damage, and that's all I use. I just run up and go, and stab him with this gun until I get damaged enough to go badass. But
Anyways,
you
Borderlands
start
3.
because you have the info. We just want to discuss the things.
They probably watch this stuff too. But no, okay. I mean, there's a lot of cool stuff, but
A lot.
first of all, the features that I'm sure you've heard of. Loot instancing and level scaling, which I think is really cool, but it is really cool that it's optional because not everyone's going to want that.
I think it's awesome that they made it optional because
Yeah,
I get
definitely.
scared when people start, like if I'm level 5 and you're level 30 and it balances, it makes me feel like the steps I got to get to level 30 aren't as meaningful.
I'm probably not going to use that. I'm hoping they're not connected,
I
optional?
think they probably are because they
Because-
said it was.
classic or whatever.
But I mean, at the same time, if you just have instance loot and you're just, you can still play in that mode, but then just if you're playing with the same co-op partner all the time and you only play with that character with that person, like how me and Andrea are going to play, we'll have our own separate instance of loot, but we'll
I
still be
don't-
the same level.
I don't feel like we're gonna use the instance.
Bitch,
loot.
we're going to do that.
you get
twice
you
as
get
much
more
loot.
stuff. Yeah.
You get twice as like that's what I'm
See,
hoping.
I
Do we
want
get twice as
instant
much
loot.
loot? Because literally in the gameplay, dude
the
opened
gameplay,
up
at
a
least.
chest. She got the stuff out, and then they
He
switched to
joined
the other dude's
afterwards.
thing, and he
Or
had
yeah,
stuff
he
in
might
the
have already
chest.
been in there,
He was
but-
already in there. They
yeah.
switched to his view, and he had stuff in the chest too. So that means twice as much loot.
Yeah, but I wonder if that only applies to the chest. Like maybe
Well, yeah.
the enemies will drop less stuff because it's splitting the loot.
Maybe.
Well,
I don't know because the enemies are different levels for
less.
each person
I
too.
think the bosses and stuff. Well, they made a point of saying that the bosses almost always drop loot, but the random stuff that are dropped by enemies, I'm guessing it's probably just going to drop for the one person that it's instanced for.
Maybe, or they.
But
I
I'm
mean,
not
they
sure.
might drop things because like Destiny does that. Like, it's not that difficult. Destiny, like she could kill the same enemy as me, and it drops me a legendary, and it drops her a blue. Like it happens. I mean, we have this technology already. Like they could instance everything.
Work very well.
They could instance
One
everything.
person always ends up getting fucked over, and it's always me.
Well, yeah,
Okay.
I know, but it doesn't. It's okay.
One of the really cool but really random things is I don't even know what to call it, the lost weapons box.
Oh
is
my
what I'm
God,
gonna
the
call
lost
it.
and found. That's
Is
what
that
they
what
called
they
it. They
called
called it the loot lost and found.
Okay, yeah, basically.
Because how many times have you watched a great purple weapon or a legendary fly out of a boss way off into the wilderness, just like off in the distance, and you're just like, wow, I really wanted that weapon.
Or you're shooting racks and you accidentally hit the bloated rack and something good actually drops from it, but they're flying
And so
way
it just
over. Yeah.
flies again off into the distance
Yeah.
or somewhere where you can't reach it, and you're just like, well, fuck, there goes that thing. That was my one drop chance today, and I'm not gonna get it.
Well, now you just go up to the thing and it just vomits out everything that was lost in the void.
Yeah, and I wonder if it's just. Surely it's just everything that you don't pick up,
Yeah.
everything that gets dropped that you don't pick up, whether it was like inaccessible or not.
I think that's what they said.
I mean, yeah. Well, they mentioned that it was the shit that was inaccessible, but I assume that to that end it would be just things you missed too, which is cool. And I'm okay with that because I like having more loot. And it's on Sanctuary 3, the hub world / spaceship, which I'm wondering how far into the game you have to be before you get that.
Beat Pandora.
Do you have to beat? Do you think
no,
so?
probably not.
I'm so excited. Like, are the worlds gonna be the same size as the world from like the previous games? But then there's multiple of them, and they mentioned on one thing that like one of the things that you could see in the thing is like there was like a little asteroid, and there's places you can go that aren't just like the big planets.
Yeah.
And you can get on the little asteroid, and it's got low gravity, so it's like some fucking
So you can butt slam.
pre-sequel type shit. Low grav environments. That would be cool. I wouldn't mind having different planets that like kind of not necessarily require different setups and everything, but just like have different mechanics on them. Like maybe like how Borderlands 1 had fall damage. Maybe there's some worlds in there that actually have
It's
fall
high
damage because
gravity.
it's high gravity, and like
Maybe.
then there's low gravity worlds, and then there's worlds that you have to have an Oz kit to breathe on, which Andrea is so happy about because we played the whole pre-sequel. I was Claptrap. She didn't enjoy it because she had to breathe. I didn't.
Oh.
If some worlds have fall damage, we're just going to die.
I know, we will die so much. But I think it would be interesting, though, because you have,
Yeah.
like, all these different worlds and everything. They could put different types of mechanics. Almost kind of like how, I won't say nearly to this degree, but kind of how, like, No Man's Sky was, where, like, all the planets had different, compositions of things that could kill you.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to go that far.
That'd be
but-
cool, though.
Yeah.
But I'm sure it'll just be different locations that all act functionally the same.
Yeah.
Well, they did say that there would be some low grav sections, so I don't know if that's only on the little asteroid things or whatever, but it'd be interesting. Anyway, I'm just excited to be able to leave because I've always wanted a Borderlands expanded universe.
But I like the fact that corporations just like full on like just have straight up wars.
The hostile
to take over. Yeah.
'Cause you always hear about.
I find it weird that Malawan is the one attacking though. I mean, I don't know.
There's a lot of shit we don't know.
That's
It's-
true.
I mean, really,
really
like
can't speculate at this
yeah. I
point.
mean, the only thing we know is besides Atlas and the whole Assassins thing where they were trying the General Knox shit or
Yeah.
whatever with Commandant Steele. Besides that, and the fact that Dahl, was the mining company that basically came to Pandora first,
Yeah.
and then Hyperion, that whole deal. We know. I guess we know about Torg,
And Scag.
kinda.
If that's even Scav.
Scav.
If that's even a
Yeah,
thing
just
anymore.
the bandit weapons.
Yeah, I know.
Well, they actually do. There's Children of the Vault weapons.
Oh yeah, and they're like chargy.
Yeah, and they're all cooldown based.
Yeah, exactly.
Infinite clip cooldown. Which is cool. And actually, that's one of the things that they showed in the trailer. Looked really weird. Dude was using a gun, had his other like cryo gun, like shooting the gun in his right hand.
Faster.
So maybe like if you have a cryo gun equipped and you're using a Children of the Vault weapon, you can use the cryo gun to cool it down. That would be. That'd be
this
cool.
thing has one. I think that's just part of their thing because this website talks about they saw one where he pulls out a squirt gun and is squirting it to cool it down faster.
That's great. That might just be like the cooldown animation.
Yeah,
they might just have something that they, like instead of like your typical Halo thing where like you'd hold the gun sideways and it like vents out just for a few seconds. It might actually be something silly like that where they just have like a little squirt.
I mean, they are Children of the Vault. It's just it's like taped onto the side. You just pull the squirt gun off, but then you have to reload the squirt gun.
Down.
Where does the water come from?
Your own urine.
I mean, maybe.
There's a gun that you get from one of the bosses that's a big brain creature, and it's a TDR weapon. So when you throw it, it sticks to whatever surface you threw the gun at, and it turns into the brain creature and shoots like lasers at the enemies, like a little mounted turret. And that's just the TDR reload. Okay. I'm so excited about fucking TDR weapons.
TDRs are cool.
TDRs are going to be so amazing. Yeah. They're going to be so amazing, Josh. Fuck you. Just because they were shitty grenades in Borderlands 2 doesn't mean shit now.
Melee weapons.
I know nothing about melee
a gun.
Weapons.
I don't know what they're going to be either. I'm sorry, roid weapons.
No, they're not roid weapons.
They are now.
Because I saw a thing.
Oh, that'd be so awesome if they.
And I hope it's true.
They'll just have gun swords, but instead of in the other game where it's extra melee damage on the gun, it's going to be a melee weapon that can also shoot. That'll be the alt fire.
Because so it was like one of the things, I don't know if you'd even call this confirmed, but it was a thing that the Borderlands Twitter posted, and it was like a picture of a Varkid vaporizer, which looks like one of those bug zapper tennis rackets.
Oh.
And it's like it looks like an advertisement for the thing, and people took that as confirmation as of full-fledged melee weapons, and I'm hoping because it makes so much sense, I want a melee character that can be more varied than just running up to you and spamming the melee button and just going punch,
that makes you
punch,
think,
punch, or I guess slice or whatever thing.
See, that's why I like Krieg, because you could right-click and aim and actually throw it and stuff.
Yeah.
Which I started doing.
But that's only during his action skill, though.
Yeah.
Because when you're not, to be fair, with Krieg, when you get his action skill, you basically always have
only if you go down the tree
that one road.
But what other?
Yeah,
who else would go down those other trees? Explosive. Actually, Dakota always on fire.
Dakota went down.
That's because Dakota's dumb.
Well, he didn't like Krieg. Being able to hit the barrels.
Oh my God, that was
a direction. Yeah,
and it's like I know it was just gimmicky in the thing where she because she totally could have killed his ass because she was shooting him and he had like this much health left, but she walked
around. Do we know if the other ones can do that, or if it was just because as a siren they have that little like force push?
I'm sure the rest of them can do it.
As far as I think it's anyone. Yeah, I think it's just a gameplay mechanic.
She's the only one I saw doing it.
Well, yeah, but that was the main person they watched.
That's because they were mainly playing as her.
Who? The second time they played, whoever you were watching did it, but I don't know if it was an Amara.
I think it was Zane. Amara. Was it?
The second time, when they had the other two people play?
Maybe.
No, it wasn't. It was still Amara.
I'm pretty sure
because
they had Zane and Amara.
He threw down the shield and Amara went in it. But yeah, I saw something on a different website where they talk about how Amara can get more punchy. So.
Oh really?
Yeah.
So she might get more punchy. So that's what I was saying. Like. Besides like Brick and Krieg, we were just talking about him. Like their action skill is all
Zero
melee. Well, yeah, but Zero has a one and done thing until you get that skill. But like, and that's what I'm saying.
Exactly
but Zero though is he's a very melee character, and it's just one and done. Because even when you get, it depends on if you kill him or not.
Yeah.
As Zero to be able to get the thing, but like.
If
Zero's
you do
a very
it right,
good. Zero's a very good melee character, even though his action skill isn't like go straight into punchy fury. But then again, Moe's looks pretty cool in that little clip where she was just
yeah, exactly.
beating the shit out of that dude with her fists.
Or claws.
Yeah, like had like spiked knuckles on her thing.
It's like power fists.
I thought she was beating him to death with their miniguns until I saw that. Oh wait, no, there's like a little claw fist
Yeah,
thing on the end
It's
of
probably
those.
one of the. I'm assuming because right before that they show her like shooting out bouncy grenades and rockets. I'm assuming those are separate
Yeah.
skill trees and stuff.
Yeah. And I wonder if that's what, because Moe's has the thing. I wonder if her 3 action skills that she can equip is just different loadouts for
I'm
her
assuming.
mech.
Yeah. I'm hoping that the
And then I
co-op
assume-
thing isn't one of them. I'm hoping that's on any
Yeah,
of them.
I hope so too.
But-
And I'm assuming that Flak would just be his 3 pets, which is totally okay with me. I'm gonna go with the Skag. The Skag can eat stuff and then puke it up later into better stuff. It can eat enemies and their guns and then puke up better guns.
But can it puke up better enemies?
I hope.
Dun dun dun.
I hope.
It's like the stupid Goliaths.
Yeah, I want him to eat enemies and then puke up other enemies.
It's like there should just be a mini boss that the only way you can fight him is through that.
It's probably just forcing your Skag to scarf down enemies.
Okay. Another small cool thing is the I don't know what to call it. The environmental.
Yeah. Oil's flammable.
Yeah. The oil's flammable and water conducts electricity. Basically, there's a. I don't know what to call them.
There's things you can do. I mean, they're
environmental effects.
yeah. I mean,
guess.
it's like the way the elemental stuff affects stuff in the environment. Like
Yeah.
you can shoot an oil pipeline, oil sprays out of it. You can catch the oil on fire.
Environmental effects. You literally just said you can affect something in the environment and environmental.
Well, I said, I mean, the way the elements do.
But okay, the coolest thing I think I've seen so far, though, for me, anyways, is there's a bunch of different vehicles in this, and you can go up, steal from the enemy, and then take that vehicle to a catch-a-ride station and digitize it, and then you can spawn it.
Apparently, they're really customizable, and you can like custom. Oh, and in Sanctuary 3, you have your own room that's
Yeah,
like
that's
stylized
also
to your character
customizable.
that you can customize. And Sir Hammerlock sends you on missions to kill creatures, and then he has a big trophy room full of the creatures that you've killed. And like, I'm just and Ellie definitely has 2 hands. I don't know why it looked like she only had 1 hand in the trailer. But yeah, that's cool. Because there was like a thing that at least in that little gameplay demo that they showed was you can mount a weapon. Like they had a weapon mounted up on the thing. So that's like really cool. It beats fucking just throwing all the cool weapons you have in your vault. I'd like to be able to mount them in like an area that you can customize. That's so cool.
Oh, and playing with NPCs is now a thing
yeah.
too, and they can revive you.
Yeah, because in the gameplay you see them fighting alongside Zero. Dude dies, and then Zero
and
comes to save him.
Lilith fights with him at the beginning too, for a little while.
Yeah.
She's crazy though.
I mean, she's always been crazy.
Well, I meant fighting wise, but yeah, she is crazy too. But yeah, I really feel like she's gonna be a bad guy by the end.
I don't
can't
think it would
decide.
surprise anybody because she went off the deep end in the pre-sequel because no one was there to stop her.
Yeah, but that makes it kind of
And
boring.
no one
though.
is
Until
there to
that-
stop her.
That kind of makes it boring, though.
Until that
What I think we all need
alien
again
shows up,
is
we need all the
Claptrap
fighters we can.
becoming the interplanetary ninja assassin again. That's what we need. He can be
still haven't
super
played that
general.
DLC.
Claptrap.
You say it's boring, but we've seen before she has a really bad temper, and
I know,
without
but-
Roland there to stop her, no one's there to calm her down.
I know, and that's what I'm saying. Is that's so
I don't like Lilith.
that's so
Me either.
that's so debate. That's
no
just
one likes Lilith.
it's just that's exactly what you'd expect.
Maya's the better siren anyway.
That's exactly what you would expect. It's just that, you know.
You
Oh
didn't.
wow, that's the easy way out.
Did you know that Pangolin is a weapons manufacturer now?
Is it?
They make weapons?
Yeah.
They don't just make the shields?
No, I'm assuming that's probably where some. No, wait, the Hyperion is the shotgun shields. Yeah, but no, it's listed as a weapons manufacturer now too.
That's
Really?
interesting.
Yeah, and I don't know what
What
they're
about
gonna do.
Anshin? Anshin made the shields that gave you the health boosts.
Mhm. This says Tedior, Children of the Vault, Dahl, Malawan, Jacobs, Pangolin, Torg, Hyperion, Vladoff, and Atlas.
Awesome!
There might be
Pangolin?
more. Yeah,
What if
they were
What
the
if
turtle shields too,
it's
right?
an actual
Yeah, they were the turtle
shield,
shields.
like strapped to your
Oh
arm
my
shield?
god, they make.
I could do
What
a
if
sword
they
and
make the melee
shield.
stuff?
Yeah, maybe, but
I'm totally down for that.
That
awesome.
that would make sense.
Because I don't
if
know
they
what
were
other
making the
weapon
melee
manufacturer would make that.
But yeah, and you know, it might just be like one weapon because
It
that
very
might
well-
be your right click.
It could be like,
It could just be sword and shield.
yeah,
or it could be like a weapon
Go
mod
back to fucking
for your
Athena.
shield.
Well, then Atlas could make that because they had the whole like ninjas
Yeah, I'm
and
not saying
everything.
they're the only ones that would do
I know.
it,
I was just
but,
thinking about it because Atlas is back. They could technically have.
like, I would love to goofy
I hope
it.
they have melee weapons. That would be so cool.
Just
See-
go around goofying it and just punching people with the
number,
Yeah.
number 41.
I can't read your fucking screen. Like look at the color. It's just fucking with me. I need blue light.
Let me see.
It hurts my eyes.
It doesn't hurt
weird?
mine.
That's what I do all
IGN
the time.
encountered a rocket launcher that fires cheeseburgers. I'm down.
It sounds wonderful.
Okay, this is a very small
It's gotta be
thing,
like King Neptune cheeseburgers.
but
It'd just be
I
awful.
am
That's what
so for it. It is amazing. You can just go up to the ammo vending machine and press a button to refill
get
all your
all-
ammo.
Oh, did you notice that the weapon of the day thing was just like a
yeah, it
pop up
showed
on there
you what
too?
yeah.
So you can buy that without getting into it.
Oh, that's cool.
The weapon of the day just
You know,
pops
it just-
up on the screen.
It has just now occurred to me how weird it is that they don't have like a buy all button in the.
Like they have a sell. They had a sell all trash.
Yeah,
You know,
just a
like
quality of life thing, I guess.
yeah, and they added it. It's okay. I've seen so many people just like praising this shit. Like basically, it just feels like Gearbox went through Reddit for the past 5 years and just added every single thing that they saw needed to be added to Borderlands 2.
They really could have.
I mean, I'm because I like it so much because it looks like a modern game, you know? Like, it wasn't until me and her went back to play Borderlands 2 that I realized how... It's not that it hasn't aged well because it's still a lot of fun, but it took a lot of adjusting to get back into being able to actually hit things with the guns in Borderlands 2. And I'm wondering how it's going to work because Borderlands 2... the weapons are actual projectile weapons. They're not hit scan, so it's not like I point and then when I hit the shoot button, it instantly shoots.
Yeah.
It's an
I got
actual
you.
projectile that has a projectile speed, and it took a lot of getting used to. And I wonder if Borderlands 3 is going to be projectile based
I would
or hit
assume.
scan.
I mean, we saw one of the weapons shooting out things that you could see. So I mean,
Yeah, some weapons.
Depends.
Like, obviously, there's going to be like grenade launchers and rocket launchers and stuff like that.
I
The
mean, there's so
missiles.
much.
Okay, so all this new stuff with all these new weapons and stuff. Do we know anything about what they're going to do with the grenades? Because the grenades in Borderlands 2 were already
Oh,
ridiculous.
I don't know. But one of the jokes that they said at the beginning is that when Claptrap gives you your Echo device, it's the Echo 3, because the Echo 2 had a problem with spontaneous combustion, and they've rebranded them as grenades. And so I think maybe the grenades are going to be the old Echo recorders, which is kind of hilarious. And then I
Some
assume
mods
that they'll just be
anyways.
mods after that. They mentioned grenade mods. I don't know how crazy they would be.
If you're Zane, then it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Because he can have his second action skill instead of grenade mod.
Oh, is that how that works?
Mm-hmm.
I was wondering how you were going to differentiate between
Yeah.
using them. I didn't know if you just had like a button you had to switch, like on the D-pad or something. That's pretty cool.
This is they found a Torg weapon that its alt fire was you shoot the enemies, and it just sticks to them, and then when you reload,
When you
all
reload it,
explodes.
detonates all
yeah,
of them. I did see that.
That's cool.
I have seen that one. I just don't know what to say. I'm so excited about this freaking game.
Oh yeah, they did add weapon skins as well.
Yeah, I'm wondering if that's just going to be like a thing you can do in the inventory. Because like the new U station, they had heads, skins, and they had colors listed. So like we were talking about it earlier. If you can like change the colors on the skins, like the
That's what
skin
I
will
was
just be like
assuming,
what the outfit
yeah.
looks like, and you can change
Yeah.
the colors on it, or if you just like can change
I would
where
think
the
it would
colors are
be-
expressed on the bigger pieces of the skin.
I would think it would be where the colors are expressed.
Because, you know, like in Borderlands 2, like the heads were obviously different, but the skins were just literally the same outfit you were wearing. It just changed the color of it and everything.
Yeah.
And so I'm wondering if skins will be like actual outfits, like different textures and clothes. And like I'm wearing a t-shirt and on this one and long sleeve shirt and another one, which that's just regular human clothes. So those are boring. But
I feel like I would think it would be you change the order of the colors on the outfit, because it would just be weird if your Vault Hunters had on like normal people clothes.
Well, yeah, that's what I assume is you
I mean,
changing
they
the
can
color
change,
of the
they can
skins.
change it, but I mean, I don't know. It'd be cool. I'm excited to see what the heck they're gonna go for with that. You know.
What I'm really wondering is, what is Crazy Earl selling?
I don't know, because they said his thing said veteran awards.
I mean, he takes iridium for whatever it is.
It's iridium shards.
It's cash
but-
for
Because when he went, because it had Crazy
storage
Earl.
decks.
It had Crazy Earl in his little,
Mhm.
slot, and then when he turned away, there was a vending machine, like a regular
Yeah.
vending machine that had his face on it. And the dude mentioned when he went by, I think Crazy Earl's vending machine said veteran. And like I'd read something before that Crazy Earl's going to sell veteran rewards. So I wonder if that's just going to be a one-time thing for every character that you make, where you can go in and like get shit for, you know, having save file for Borderlands pre-sequel and 2.
maybe.
Kind of like how, because, you know, like there were some things you could get, like Salvador had Sledge's head, and like
Yeah.
Zero had a spider ant head that was the Vault
I know, I love
veteran
that one.
thing. You did have that one. I can assure you
For the
that you
longest
did,
time. Yeah, I
because you
know.
wore it forever.
Exactly.
So I don't. It just seems weird to have a vending machine, but maybe there'll be certain things
yeah.
that can rotate in and out that only people that have these save files can buy. But that just seems a little unfair.
Yeah.
Kinda.
I don't. It might be.
But then again, I wouldn't be surprised if it was just literally a one-time thing per character. You
Mm.
go there and pick up all this shit, and maybe you can just stave off going to get it, or maybe the shit's always there and it just levels up with you or something. You know, I don't know. 'Cause that's the thing, is I always loved those gearbox weapons that they give you, but it's like I wanted like a level 80 gearbox weapon. I don't want this level 1 piece of shit. I want a fucking gigantic one.
To make it where you can play through the beginning quicker.
Yeah, I know. Because everybody gets tired at the beginning of a game.
That's why you didn't play.
That's
New
why I couldn't
Vegas.
play New Vegas.
Radiation.
Oh my god, I can't. That's gonna be so cool.
Why? I wonder where radiation barrels are coming from, or if there even is a reason. Like, you know, the slag was like a very important part of Borderlands 2,
Yeah.
and that's why the slag barrels were everywhere. and stuff.
guess.
Rocket fuel?
We're out of guess. I don't know. Just some leftover crap that Doll hasn't picked up, like every other bit of trash in
Well,
this game.
Probably. I mean, literally everything else. I think it's really cool. So, like, I wonder, because, you
I
know.
never thought about the dumpsters being full because Doll's not there anymore. Anyways.
Yeah, that's why they're full of shit. Like, so that's something that I'm wondering about
Just like
radiation.
Doll.
That's something I'm wondering about the radiation damage type, is because, you know, like, cryo and shock and fire and acid, they all hit and then have the damage over time thing. But the way they were describing the way radiation works is it builds up until they reach critical mass, and then they blow up and
yeah.
irradiate enemies beside them. So I wonder if you can, like, if something's close enough to them, if they can reach critical mass just off of that
I don't
explosion, and you can just have a fucking nuclear explosion if you just hit
know.
one guy
It
with
might
the weapon.
irradiate them
think it would
some,
take-
and then you
I
shoot
think
them
it
some
would
more.
take a long time for multiple ones to blow up. So I mean, like, depending on how long it takes for the first one to blow up, it would take time for the other ones to do it too. So I don't think you'd be able to have like this ridiculous chain reaction.
Yeah.
At
so
least
that's what I'm
not
wondering.
like boom, 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 boom.
That's
It'd
what
be
I'm
like
wondering is, like, because, you know, like, if you get a fire
delays.
weapon, it does 200 damage, 200 fire damage per second or whatever. So I wonder if like the radiation weapons change how fast you irradiate an enemy, and therefore how fast that enemy irradiates enemies beside him, or if it's going to just be just another damage type that blows up when you kill an enemy with it.
I'm also wondering if there's going to be a new type of enemy that radiation hurts more. Like maybe you fight Iridians
Because there's
eventually
always
in
the shields
radiation.
and the fire and
Yeah.
the armor.
We haven't seen the Iridians in a while.
I know, exactly.
Yeah, not since the end of...
Exactly. In the
Pre-sequel.
pre-sequel, she's like, we need all the people we can get. So I assume they were going to play a big part in Borderlands 3.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you're going to go to a planet.
I am... Because
where
that
they're just
cliffhanger there was incredible, and I was like, when I first did it with her, I was like, oh my god, this is fucking, like, that's awesome. I can't wait for the third one. What the fuck is the story? Because, like, before that point, it was just, first Borderlands, there's an alien vault. You're vault hunters. Go find vault. Borderlands 2 is all this shit with Handsome Jack, but it's still, you're vault hunters. Go find vault before Handsome Jack finds vault. And then pre-sequel is like, Handsome Jack is helping you to find this vault. And then you get to the end and it's like, boom, exposition, Handsome Jack sees the future, all this shit, boom, alien comes out of nowhere. You need all the vault hunters you get. War is coming. And it's like, okay, now there's a story. What the fuck? And I was so excited. And like, because they've made the Calypso twins annoying-ass influencers.
Is there any other kind of influencer?
So not all of them are annoying. But like, annoying ass influencers that are just like streaming all that, and like I don't see how that ties into the cliffhanger that they left us, and I'm really interested to see how that's gonna tie in.
They're playing them up so much that I have a feeling
that they're not the real enemy.
Yeah, they're just the
What
beginning.
if Lilith's the real enemy?
We don't know anything about the Iridians. What if there's a different group of Iridians that's recruiting them?
Maybe.
And that's why they're so powerful.
Well, you see, Tyreen and Troy are just celebrities for whoever the children in the vault are.
Are actually following.
Exactly.
I wouldn't be surprised if they went that
assuming,
direction.
Yeah, there's a different. Maybe the war is different factions of Iridians fighting each other.
Because they've definitely confirmed that Tyreen can take powers from people. So like that thing I was talking about where Lilith didn't have her tattoo, she definitely gets her power soaked away from her by Tyreen.
Oh yeah.
That definitely happens because they said that she drains power from people, and that the children of the vault.
Just drain a siren's powers?
She's a siren. That's her power.
Oh.
She is a siren.
Yeah.
Her
They're
siren
both
power is
sirens.
to drain siren powers.
I don't know what his
But
is.
actually, it's like draining the life out of people or something like that. Because they said...
they just leave crystal husks behind.
Yeah, I guess that's what
Yeah,
those things that he was breaking.
That's what she says.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, she's like, I bet you're wondering what all these things are around or whatever. And that's when she says she can do the thing.
Oh, I missed that part.
Yeah.
I missed that part. That seems very interesting.
I'm wondering what his power is.
I don't know.
He's also part robotic.
Yeah, he's got that fucking... Why'd they make his arm so big? It bothers me.
It's like it looks
His
like
arm's
it's
too
part
long.
of a loader.
It's too long. Oh my god. He's just a loader bot that they just slowly...
Well, see,
it's like a reverse cyborg. They've put human parts on him.
That's what they think Flack is a rogue loader bot.
No, he is loader bot.
I hope he's a loader bot.
I hope he's loader bot. Have you played Tales from the Borderlands?
Yeah. Oh!
Loader bot.
Oh, yeah.
Loader bot.
It was a long time ago, but...
I hope Flack is loader bot.
that would be
Because
weird.
that motherfucker pulled at my damn heartstrings, and it hurt me. It physically hurt me to kill loader bots when I went back to play Borderlands 2 after she played that. Loader bot is the best character in the Borderlands canon, hands down, period. I don't want any argument. All he wanted was friendship.
Set up us the bomb.
One of my coworkers was talking about that, and they told me to watch a supercut of just all of the loader bot scenes from Tales of the Borderlands.
Loader bot is so great. He just wanted to know why his friends betrayed him. That's all he wanted. And he got it. He got the answers. And Flack's character design is it's not. I won't say it's the same, but it's reminiscent of what Loaderbot kind of looked like. Big dude with the big eye in the middle of his face. And like if they brought Reese back, I could see them bringing Loaderbot back as a fucking character. That's
It's
awesome.
pronounced rice.
It's not
I
rice.
think we're going to have to kill you.
Like, why would you think it's rice?
I know it's
They
not.
say it's Reese
I
in the
know,
game.
that's what I
They
said.
pronounce it.
I said I know it's not. Oh, they changed the name for midgets. They're called Tinks now.
I wonder if that's like a PR move. They don't want to say
Yeah, I
midgets
mean,
anymore.
Yeah. I was surprised they did it in the second one, honestly.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, a lot of them were badass midgets, though. Man, look at this. Midgets are so badass.
I don't see how Tink is better.
At least they didn't call them little dandies. Look at all these little dandies.
God damn it.
Yeah, I honestly don't think Tink is much better.
I mean,
You could call them twinks.
That's what I was trying to remember what it was one day,
To be
and
fair,
I'm like, that's not it.
But-
Who are we talking about? The siren
That's
and the
an-
other person?
that's
They're
a name
closer
for,
to
like,
being twinks, to be honest. They're just little skinny influencers.
Oh, no, they're both sirens. They're
Oh, are they
twins
both
that are
sirens?
sirens.
Okay, yeah. I don't know
A
anything about
twink is gay slang for a young man in
Yeah.
his late teens to early 20s whose
Everyone
traits
knows what
may
a
include
twink
general
is.
physical attractiveness, little to no body or facial hair, a slim to average build, and a youthful appearance that belies an older chronological age. I don't know why I
don't
looked
want to
that up.
call the badass
Twinks
midgets
and bears.
Huh?
Said twinks and bears.
Yeah.
Twinks. I really don't feel like Tink is a better thing to call the midgets in that game.
Is anybody else upset that they released that stupid claptrap building Tiny Tina board game when they could have literally done bunkers and badasses?
I know, right? That would have been so cool.
I mean, it probably would have just been like a D&D or Pathfinder campaign written by the Borderlands.
I don't
people.
care. I would buy that.
I mean, yeah, it would have been
work,
awesome
too.
to play.
Because then
but
there would be a siren class that would work
She's the
within
prettiest.
the
her name is
Pathfinder.
Brick.
It
She's
would
the
work within the
prettiest.
Pathfinder rules, and that's what I want.
You mean just any
Starfinder.
psionic character?
Yes,
You could just play Starfinder and do a Borderlands
we could.
thing.
We should do that.
Sure. You wanna come up and GM the stuff? Yeah, I'm down for it.
Okay, I'll do it. Is it still a GM in Starfinder?
GM.
I'm
just
the
means-
Star Master.
GM and everything, but
Yeah.
That's just because it wasn't open source. The term DM.
Game Master was a term long before Dungeons and Dragons was a thing.
No, it wasn't. Dungeons and Dragons invented the tabletop RPG.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's fair. He just blasted me.
I didn't even get it.
All right, what else we got? What do you hope? What do you want? What do you want from Borderlands 3? We'll
I
start with
want
you,
it to
'cause
come
you
out
already got
right
it.
now.
You just want it. I just want it to be. I honestly don't have an answer to that question that I just posed to myself because like
I have an answer.
I would be totally okay if it was just more Borderlands. And that's it, just more Borderlands. I don't
I
care.
want story.
Actually, yes, I want it to be. I will agree with that. I want a good story to line up with what the fuck they did in the pre-sequel.
I would like some non-exclusivity.
Brad just wants it to be on Steam, on release.
It's
will
not
be.
even a matter of it being on Steam. It's a matter of it not intentionally being an exclusive.
At least I mean it's temporary exclusive, which
That's not.
I never thought that would be a thing, honestly.
That's almost even more insulting.
Silence.
Silence.
I didn't realize how bad you guys needed me to keep things going.
Yeah.
Well, we talked about everything.
Well, then wrap it up.
I don't want to wrap it up. No, don't do that.
He said wrap it up.
I did say wrap it up. He's not wrong.
comes out, what is it? What day does it come out? The 14th?
September 13th.
13th. Mm-hmm.
September 13th.
Somewhere in February.
February.
Oh. I was like, what?
I mean, honestly, like we will discuss this for just a minute. If you are not down with it being an Epic exclusive, do not buy it on the Epic Store. That is the only way these people will learn that we're not down with it, dog.
All right, want to get into that in this episode?
Yeah, let's just do it. Fuck it. Let's just hear everything.
The problem
Brad has
is
to
I
say.
can't buy it on Steam either, because that will just prove that waiting 6 months isn't a problem. I literally am unable to buy this game. Don't roll your eyes.
Buy it on the Xbox.
That doesn't really help the whole exclusive thing, but
Well, I mean, it kind of
No.
does. If you don't
No,
want
no.
it on Epic, buy it on the Xbox. So Epic doesn't get money for it.
yeah, but
Well, see, that's how I feel with Steam. Is prove that you want it on Steam.
well, no, but if
Yeah, I get what you're
I get what
saying.
you're saying
I gotta wait
totally
for it to go on
because
sale on Steam.
I get what you're saying totally with that because you're still just basically it kind of on the one hand it gives them the idea that people they'll just wait, but at the same time I feel like if nobody fucking bought it on the Epic Store, which we know a lot of people are because it's fucking Borderlands 3, that's the whole reason they did it to
Yeah.
begin with.
We'll see.
And that's the problem is people want to whine about this, but they're not willing to miss out on the game for 6 months.
I am. I didn't have pre-sequel or Borderlands 2 when they came out.
Yeah,
And-
and like, I feel like it would show them more if we could actually get people to not buy the game on the Epic Store and only buy. I feel like it wouldn't be. Your point wouldn't be valid in that if people didn't buy it at all in the Epic Store, because it'd be, yes, they're willing to wait, but they're also showing that no, we're not willing to wait. We're just not supporting you in this stupid venture to,
yeah.
put put something that we all want on
suppose,
something
I could-
that is an inferior product
I
for
suppose
us.
if I pre-ordered it on Steam, it would be a little bit different.
Yeah.
But
Are they gonna do that?
yeah, I think so.
Mm-hmm. I think so.
I don't know.
I think you can pre-order it on Steam right now. It just has the different release date.
But
Oh, you know what's even bigger slap in the face? There are actual third-party sellers that are selling it. It's not just the Epic Store. It will be on other third-party sites too.
do I have to? Yeah, but if I do that, will it make me install it through the Epic launcher?
I would assume it's just selling you
Well, no,
an
because
Epic code.
there are certain games on Steam that I still have to open. Once I open it out of Steam, I have to open in
I forget.
Origins.
I forget what other thing it is.
Ubisoft too.
Yeah. No, yeah, you're right. It's not Origins. It is Ubisoft I'm thinking of. What is Ubisoft? Uplay.
Yeah, it's
Uplay.
Uplay.
Yeah, I just don't like. I get what they're going for, and I just think they went for it wrong.
Yeah.
But the issue isn't so much that. I really was about to buy it off the Epic Game Store until I really got into Randy's outcry on Twitter, and that's really what pissed me off. This is what pisses me off. This is what pisses me off. This is what pissed me off more than anything. Right?
This is it.
Everyone's like, review bombing is bad. You're right. I agree. And the argument for review bombing that I've given before is that there is no other outlet you can really...
Trust that the developers
yeah.
will see.
Yeah, except for maybe Twitter if they're active on Twitter, saying which Randy is. So he said
Very.
review bombing is bad. You should put your thoughts somewhere else. They put their thoughts on Twitter, and his exact words were, "Fuck off." That was his response to them voicing their things on Twitter. He told them, he said, "Fuck off, troll." And so he literally, if you don't want them saying it there, then you are advocating for review bombing. You are causing your own review bombing because like, at least when you're review bombing, you're not getting cussed out by the CEO of the freaking company that made the game.
Yeah.
Like, how childish is that? And then this whole thing, like I said in the Discord, is like, oh, Steam's is bad because they don't because they allow for these reviews, and then they fix it. It's like, well, that's not a real fix. This is why we're going to the Epic Game Store. All three of those things are advocating for the same thing. Steam is bad because they allow reviews. He doesn't want reviews. Oh, they fixed the reviews. Well, it still has reviews though. That's why we're going to the Epic Game Store, because it doesn't have reviews. That is just a messed up system that he is intentionally trying to go to, and I just can't trust a company or a launcher that has no reviews, and when they do add reviews, like, oh, we'll have them, but they're optional.
Yeah, the developer has the
That's
option
some
to
shady
turn them on.
crap.
You can just look up a review somewhere else.
Yeah, but that's not the point, though. If
I
they
get
turn
that,
off the
but-
review, then I don't even want to look up a review because it's obviously not good. Like, review bombing is a problem, and I feel like Steam did a pretty good job of fixing that. Like, because the thing about the review bombing is, I feel like the way Steam, because the reviews are still there. You can still see them. And that's why Randy's mad. But I think that's good. You have these bad reviews that are there for a reason. They went there for a reason, saying an actual thing, but they don't affect the score. Yeah. And so, I mean, that's a win.
That's exactly how they should do it.
That's a win for everyone.
That's like literally
the people made
the
their
best way
point.
to do it.
The people made their point, but it didn't affect the score of the game. And me, as someone who's interested, can still see the problems that are there, even if it doesn't directly relate to this game. Because sometimes it's not just about that game; it's about everything as a whole. And there's all sorts of other stuff. I had a whole bunch of screenshots of all the crap he's been saying to everyone, and I'm just like,
He has been very childish on Twitter.
yeah.
And
But
it's kind of off-putting.
Yeah, but then again, I'm not saying it's all evil. I totally defend his stuff against Game Informer. That was malicious intent on their part. Like, even if he could have worded
What
it
did
better.
they do?
That's what they were talking about when we first started. I think in the last podcast, where the microtransactions thing. He says there's no loot boxes. He said there's no microtransactions like loot boxes. But we'll still sell heads and cosmetic items. And they just cut off part of the sentence where he said there's no microtransactions. And their headline was, despite saying there's no microtransactions, they're going to require real money to buy cosmetics. But like, yeah, that's what he said. That's exactly what he said would happen.
He said we'll have DLC packs, heads and skins, but none of that free-to-play bullshit
Like premium
microtransactions.
currency.
Premium currencies.
They're
and
intentionally
microtransactions.
twisting his words to make a clickbait title because people are already mad at the game and they're feeling that even more.
Yeah. And that's
What are
that's
they
just
mad at the game about right now?
because it's
The Epic
Epic
Games launcher.
Oh, okay.
They're fueling rage that's already there for more clicks. And granted, we all know that Game Informer's been pure evil forever now, so it's not really a surprise. But
I don't think I've ever read anything that they've done.
I used to
remember
get the
I used to.
magazines.
The
I used to
last-
get the magazines when GameStop wasn't a total piece of shit.
the last time I really remember
it
having
was
a
just
Game
part of
Informer
the
and
thing.
trusting what it said was when they were talking about the new upcoming game, Fable.
Fable.
It's been a hot minute. I mean, I've had some since then, but it's all.
I remember
garbage.
having their first piece on No Man's Sky. Oh, that game was so incredible.
I mean, No Man's Sky as a whole wasn't a bad game. It just wasn't what people
It
wanted.
just wasn't.
Granted, which is exactly what the first Fable is.
She
They've
played.
changed
She
it
played
now.
that shit. She played the fucking shitty version of that game way longer than I did. Like when I got Josh's computer for a little while, she played that shit fucking every day when we got home for
It
probably
was still
a couple of
fun.
months.
That's like
No,
the
it was like a couple of weeks.
regardless, like the first Fable, that wasn't even close to what it was supposed to be. But
But it was way
I'm,
better than it
I'm
was
still
supposed to be.
replaying that.
Peter Molyneux.
During the breaks,
He's good at
of the
that.
Marvel marathon we did, I was playing Fable.
Oh really?
Yeah, I was just messing. I was messing everything up. I was
Did you level up? Because you did. If you did, you failed.
I did, but I leveled up really stupidly and was bald, had this big old mustache, and like one of those beards that go straight down, and my name was Arseface. So
Wasn't I
having
R's
fun.
face?
You know that quest where the guy says he'll let you marry his daughter,
Yes.
but only if you.
Yeah.
What if you already look like
It
that?
just picks different things.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
All right, so back to Borderlands 3 and the issues.
That's mostly all of them. That's why we're just going off subject. I think we're good.
Yeah.
I could complain for longer, but I don't need to. You can look into it yourself.
Basically, Brad is upset because he was gonna cave and just buy the game, but then their CEO became a little bitch on Twitter.
It's a bit extreme, but yeah.
I mean, no, that's exactly what he did. He was being a little baby. Like, I am 100% for people being able to just speak their mind, whatever, you know. But
I think
telling your customers to fuck off when they finally try to discuss their issues with you is not the way to go. I'm
and
sorry.
what really gets me is
It's
when he
not the way.
finally gives up and stops tweeting, one of the last things he said was like, well, it's our right to do this. We'll see if it works or not. And I was like, well, then I guess I just won't do it because of that sentence. Like, if that's how you're seeing it, it's like, whether or not this will work, I can't do it. I can't Can't do it. Like, if they released them all at the same time and was like, oh, but the Epic's game launcher is better because of this, sure, I would do it. Heck, if they released it on both and it was cheaper, I'd probably still try to get it.
Yeah.
Well,
So
I
that's
say
one
that,
of
but
the-
I've got
that's-
another email the other day about my Epic Games account being hacked. I've changed my password like
Never had anything.
once it starts, it just doesn't stop.
I don't know.
And that's what annoys me. Like I don't have a PC yet, so I'm not part of this conversation. But like I am against the Epic Game Store just
Well-
because it has no features and its security is shitty, and they expect me to put my financial information in
Well,
there.
that's the problem is that.
Well, can't we just agree that Epic Games is shit anyway?
Oh, absolutely. But see, the problem is they're trying to do on PC what's already happened with consoles. Epic Games' business model, I need to find that article, is literally get more people through exclusives. They're even doing it with Rocket League. They bought them
Yeah,
out
they bought
solely
the
to pull
fucking-
them off Steam.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
they bought the
they're-
fucking.
They're trying
Company.
to. They're intentionally trying to remake Console Wars on PC because it's more or less not there. It's still kind of there, but it's more or less not there.
It's not exactly the same though.
No,
Because-
it's absolutely not.
yeah.
But it's the same basic thing, and it's
Yeah,
just
'cause it's
stupid.
like it's just the difference of downloading a different installer.
And then you have the other side where Microsoft's like, yeah, we'll put it on our store and on Steam. If Microsoft's store wasn't so garbage to use on PC, I'd probably use it. But it's difficult to navigate.
One day,
I
Epic
just-
Games won't be able to ride the Fortnite wave any longer.
That's why they're buying
that's
up
why
other
they're
games and
doing
using them
it.
as exclusives.
Yeah.
I honestly hope that having Borderlands 3 will bring all these features to the Epic Game Store and it just won't be an issue anymore.
I feel like
That's-
that.
yeah,
That's what I
feel
hope
like We can
happens.
hope for that, but
and to be fair, that is what Randy Pitchford is saying.
you can hope for that. But how long has the Epic Game Store been a thing, and how long has this been
Not very
happening,
long.
and no one has stopped it yet?
Not
Yeah,
very long.
and
They only have one
Steam
game.
is just updating out crazy. Like there's so many.
You know what?
The
You know what
ways-
Steam needs to do?
Allow
Just give them a 50-50 split. They still make fucking billions. It's not like it fucking matters. Come on, Gabe.
Steam
Come on,
is-
Gabe, and put some of that money into Half-Life 3, bitch.
Steam's getting so progressive that they're turning their community thing into almost a social media platform.
I mean, it really
and then They're
is.
making more money by allowing adult games. It's weird.
Like,
Really?
like
Oh,
I
yeah,
get
there's
it.
a
I
lot.
get it. You don't want to cut into your
Look at that.
your
I
like
totally don't
fucking
have an
hundreds of
alternate Steam login.
billions. You don't want to cut into those
need an alternate
fucking
login.
So it
dozens
doesn't
of
show up as me
billions
playing
of dollars. But
Who
like,
fucking cares? Play the fuck out of some hentai. No one gives a fuck.
them. I'm friends with my mother on Steam. It'll pop up every time I play. No, but no.
Get her into some
Have
hentai.
you seen that game that's coming out? It's an adult game coming out on Steam, and it's supposed to be like a space fantasy game.
yes,
And
dude said all he wanted to do was make. I was just talking to her about it this morning. I was like, all he wanted to do
Oh.
was make some anime titties.
the only thing.
Titties and rockets or something?
It's the reason I found it so funny though is because it's such a troll intro for it. It's making fun of Mass Effect so hard, and it's showing all these girls, and you can work up to what you've always wanted, and then it cuts to a girl, and she's like 3 different colored endings. It's like, oh, that is some shade to Mass Effect. That is just like. Mass Effect's getting made fun of by this like hentai game. It's just like that's rough.
Yeah.
Poor BioWare. They just can't win right now.
How much money did Epic Games pay Gearbox to have that as an
There's
exclusive?
no- there's no
probably
telling.
they might not have done any. I don't know because like you said, they own the engine that Borderlands was made off of. So who knows?
It could have been if you don't give this to us as an exclusive, you can't use
That's
this
it's
engine.
possible. I mean I don't know.
Because it's on the new engine.
Yeah, it's not on the the engine
On
of
4.
yeah because 3 is open source kind of. Like you don't
Unreal
have you don't
Engine
have
3?
Yeah, you don't have to pay to use it, but you have to pay a percentage of profits you make off of it.
Oh, okay. So you don't have to pay to license the use. You just have to.
Once you
Give
start
them
making,
a percentage
once you
of the
start
profits
making
on
money
the
over like a
project that you make.
over a certain amount of money, you have to start paying them.
I can get with that.
But
So
they
what
went
I'm
with-
saying is like that's a completely different contract than the new one, which only
Yeah.
certain people have.
that's probably why it's on
Yeah.
Epic.
We actually
Epic
talked
Store
about
right
this
now.
Yeah,
in
they're
a
just
whole.
trying
We
to
actually
get any
talked about
exclusive they
this in a
can.
different
But
podcast.
if it's as long as it's not staying exclusive on Epic, we all know that Epic's about to become the new EA. So I mean,
Yeah, like them taking Rocket League off Steam is crazy.
I mean, that just shows
Like,
what their plan is.
Yeah.
They are
Like,
becoming
okay,
the new
look,
EA and
I
the
trust
new evilest
Steam.
thing in the
'Cause-
universe.
Well, the thing is, they pulled Rocket League and said, "Oh, we bought them so we can help them make more games." But if that was truly true, the new games would come out on Epic. But they're pulling the games and
Off of
putting
Steam.
yeah,
Yeah.
instead of just putting
I
them
just-
on
No,
Epic.
I don't think they're
I
helping
hope that it gets
make
out.
more games.
It's
They're
just-
just helping them with their esports.
Yeah, that's
stuff.
what it
Well,
was. They said
same
they were
difference.
they were using it. They accepted the deal so they could have more money to put into their esports.
Yeah, and I don't
division.
blame the Rocket League people for that.
Yeah, I mean,
you got to do what you got to do.
money's money.
The game industry as a whole is not good
It's
right
just I don't know. I feel like people wouldn't be mad. It's just people like Steam.
now. All right, we're an hour in.
Like I like Steam. I've had the same fucking
been around a
password for
while-
my
a
Steam
while.
account for like 12
Me
years.
too.
I mean, yeah, we
Never changed it one time, and I've never gotten hacked.
The thing is, people are you guys are mad at Epic Games for not having features, but Steam didn't have features when it came out. It's like, yeah, but that's because launchers were a new thing. Epic knows what it needs; it just doesn't want to pay for it.
And to be
Steam
fair,
had voice
and to be
chat
fair,
all the way back then. when
Yeah,
we started.
and nobody
That's
used
true.
Steam for
Yeah, I did.
anything but
Yeah.
voice
I
chat.
remember that.
We
That was
used Steam voice chat to play the first Borderlands
Yeah.
together. That's the only
And
thing
Guild
we
Wars.
used Steam for.
Yeah, we literally instead of getting events.
Yeah, I don't have my old Steam login.
I don't either.
It's that account
I'm
exists somewhere.
friends with him.
I got mine. I still got mine.
No, I mean,
Doesn't matter. I don't have any games on my old one. Okay, let's wrap this up. We can talk more if we're not recording.
That was for you.
That's how you
That was how it-
He's
that's how
kissing
it-
the mic.
That's exactly how you should end it.
Okay,
Bye.
same things as usual. If you want us to talk about something specific, or you want to yell at us, or want to tell us we're dumb, or
Email
tell us
Lori.
we're awesome, yeah, email us at nerdlygmail@kingdom.com, nerdlykingdom@gmail.com. We have Instagrams. We have our Instagram is NK Arcade Mode. If you want to listen to our movie podcast, it's called Nerdly Kingdom. Their Instagram is The Nerdly Kingdom. And every now and then, me and Dakota stream on Twitch. It's kind of hot garbage. We're still figuring out the streaming thing. I had some serious sound issues during the Borderlands one. We're figuring it out. I still can't figure out why those sound things happened. They
We
just did.
tried to stream, but our dogs are too noisy to ever be able to stream in the house.
Yeah, that's why Mike's like, these would be good because they won't pick them up as much unless the dog's like right there.
Oberon will get right there.
Well, it's fine.
He likes to get in your face to scream at you because he needs to be out now.
No,
But-
he just wants to scream.
But regardless, that's all. We're leaving now. Bye. Woo,
Bye.
See ya. That was a Buzz Lightyear quote.